Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Jazwares AEW All Elite Wrestling Andrade El Idolo. This guy is from the Unrivaled collection and part of Series 10. I got this guy from Ringside Collectibles during a flash sale. They had all the newest figures for dirt cheap. Now, I'm a sucker for suited action figures, especially wrestlers. They're great to add to my action figure world building. But this guy's something special. He's got a white suit and a black mask. He could very easily be a poor man's Black Mask to fill in for your McFarlane DC Multiverse collection. Or, if you already have Black Mask, he could easily be a Black Mask henchman. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, AEW All Elite Wrestling, part of the Unrivaled collection. This is figure number 86 in that collection, part of Series 10. Andrade El Idolo. Here he is in the package. He has two alternate heads, one with a black mask, one with no mask. Then he's got two alternate hands, two gloved, two non-gloved. He's got this white suit. I was a little disappointed with how the figure came out. He does have a shirt on, you can see his chest exposed. But the promotional picture for the figure here has a black shirt and white tie on. I would have really preferred him to have that look. One side of the package, AEW, Series 86. Other side, same thing. On the back, here he is. Here's the rest of the wave. And at the bottom, got a bunch of credits, and there is a barcode, in case it helps anybody. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we get this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out. He comes with two heads, four hands, and I believe a removable sports jacket. Now before we take a look at those, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So this is Andrade. The main reason I got this figure, he's in a suited body, he's got the white pinstripe suit, which just screams gangster, but he has that black mask, which of course screams Black Mask from Batman. This guy could be a poor man's Black Mask substitute, but in my world, he's going to be a Black Mask henchman. Should be perfect for that purpose, and because of that, I did get two of these figures. I figured one could be a Black Mask henchman as is, and the other one can be Andrade with his regular head, and then I can take this extra Black Mask head and make an additional Black Mask henchman. So let's take a look at him. Start with his head here. Looks great. We've got that black mask on. You can see the regular eyes under the mask. Should be perfect for a Black Mask thug. He's got that pinstripe suit on. Now, just like the Mattel wrestling figures, when they give him these removable jackets, totally kills the articulation. Absolutely nothing here. I mean, you can sort of stretch it a little bit. You'll have to take this coat off for him to be able to move. And that's very disappointing. I feel like they could have found a better way to do that. He's got black gloves. His legs are articulated. You can see the double jointed knees here. Pinstripe suit. Even got the sort of black napkin coming out of his pocket. So as far as keeping the suit on, kind of a statue, and that is definitely disappointing, but he'll still make a fantastic Black Mask henchman. And just a closer look at his face and head sculpt. That Black Mask head looks great. And then, here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. I believe most of the time when Andrade is wrestling, he's got the white pants on, and no sports jacket on. Usually doesn't even have the mask on. Now let's take a look at his accessories, and let's start off with his hands. He's got a total of 4 hands. 2 hands with black gloves on, and 2 hands with no gloves on. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are the hands with the black gloves on. And here's his second pair of hands. These ones have no gloves on. These are probably a little more appropriate when he has his jacket off and the alternate unmasked head. Now for his heads, he has 2 of them. The head I like the most is the Black Mask head, but he also has the unmasked head. Here's a look at his first head. This one has the black mask on. Then his alternate unmasked Andrade head. Now for his sports jacket. It's made of a soft rubber material, definitely bendable. It's pinstripes, got black buttons on it, black napkin coming out of the pocket. Now I really hate how they've completely removed any possible articulation in his shoulders or elbows when you have the jacket on. I prefer the figure with the jacket on, That's the main reason I bought him. They're doing the exact same thing Mattel did. You would think Jazwares would be able to show him up by engineering something a little better here. But so be it. If it wasn't meant to come off, they probably would have had articulation on it, and that would have been preferred for me. So this guy essentially has two overall looks. One with the pinstripe suit on, sports jacket on, black mask on, and the black gloves. And then he has this alternate look. Shirtless, no gloves on, no mask on. This is mostly how he looks when he's wrestling. Now me personally, this is how I'm going to be displaying both these two figures. One of them is going to have the black mask on, and he's going to be a black mask henchman in my Batman world. And then I'm going to have this Andrade with the mask off. He's going to be separate with my AEW collection. Of course, that leaves me with an extra black mask head and Andrade head, and I have plans for both of those. So I've got this extra Mattel wrestling suited body figure on the left, and this extra Jazwares AEW Chris Jericho on the right. Figured I'd do some head swaps. So I went ahead and did those head swaps. I think the suited guy looks okay for a black mask henchman. And then did the head swap with Chris Jericho. The reason I did that is because the back of his outfit is Jericho, Stony, Mountain Penitentiary. So I have me another generic inmate. Now that I've taken a pretty good look at the figure, his accessories, and some head swaps, what I'm going to do with him is a black mask henchman. Now let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, he's standing about 6.75 inches tall, which can translate to about 17 centimeters. Now let's check out his articulation, and I removed his jacket for that purpose, as it pretty much gets rid of any articulation here in the shoulders and the elbows. Starting with his head here, of course, you're going to rotate from side to side. Like up about that far, down about that much. Looks up pretty far. Can't really tilt his head from side to side. Shoulders on a ball joint, they'll go out way more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. He's got a bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows below that. His wrist can rotate. It's going to be hinged as well. Ball joint in his torso. Rotate a little bit. Forward and back. Another ball joint in his waist. Rotate around. Forward and back. Giving him decent range of motion in his torso area. Considering he has two ball joints, it's a little more limited than I would expect. Legs almost goes out 90 degrees. Ball joints, they go forward that far. Back, not at all. He's got a good amount of rotation there. Double jointed knees, they go all the way back. Then his ankle here, forward and back, tilt rock, and traditional rotation. For this next scene, I switched to an old rundown abandoned house. We've got Black Mask and his gang torturing and killing some cops, something Black Mask is known for. And a closer look at the torture scene, we have a couple of dead cops on the floor, a cop tied up in a chair being tortured. Black Mask is threatening him with a drill. The cop is well aware he's going to die, but he knows if he tells Black Mask what he wants to know, his death is going to be a little more painless and swift. We've got the Black Mask henchman in the background, and you can see the couple Andrade figures at the front. More Black Mask thugs. Now let's check them out next to some other action figures. Starting off with some other Black Mask figures, then we'll check them out with some other wrestling figures, and then some action figures from different various companies to see how he fits in both scale and style-wise. And I'll include some Batman figures from a bunch of companies, in case you want to know if you can use him for Black Mask, how he scales up with Batman figures. Here he is, next to a DC Direct Secret Files Black Mask. This is the oldest Black Mask figure they've made. His face sculpt is absolutely amazing. Then, next to a Mattel DC Universe Classics Black Mask. And now, next to a DC Direct Arkham Origins Black Mask. You can see his outfit is very similar. Pinstripe white suit, black gloves, black mask, black shoes. I just wish he had the black shirt and white tie on like the picture in the package. And here he is, next to a Mezco 112 Collective Black Mask. Then, next to a custom black mask that I made. This is based off a McFarlane Fortnite wildcard body with an Arkham Origins Black Mask head. Also has the white suit, black mask, black gloves, black shoes, etc. Here's Andrade next to all my Black Mask figures. If you don't have a Black Mask figure, this guy can be an easy substitute for you. But if you have a Black Mask figure like me, he works great as a Black Mask henchman. And here's Andrade with all my different Black Mask thugs. I had 3 custom Black Mask thugs before, and now Black Mask has 5 henchmen. Very pleased with how this turned out. exactly like I hoped. Now let's check him out. Next to some other wrestling figures. Here he is, with the other figures from Series 10 that I decided to get. Some nice offerings here. The third guy, he's another great thug or henchman, and the last guy is another random inmate. Then, next to some more Jazwares AEW wrestling figures. These are fairly recent releases. And now, with some Jazwares AEW female wrestlers. Andrade here is not the first Jazwares AEW figure I got to enhance my Batman world. Using Andrade as a Black Mask henchman, I also got 3 of these Trent figures to enhance my Batman world. You may think to yourself, what the hell could you possibly be doing with these Trent figures in your Batman collection? Well, these 3 Trent figures all have jackets with big question marks on the back. Thought that'd be some nice Riddler henchmen. I also got these Jazwares figures to use as Joker henchmen, Chris Jericho, and a couple Sting figures. And actually, Darby Allin could also make a good Joker henchman. And here he is, next to some Mattel wrestling figures. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, to see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you don't know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a Jazwares AEW figure, they're typically in the larger end of the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines I collect, and work my way smaller. Here he is, next to some Jack-specific wrestling figures. Then, next to a pack of unopened boxers I received from Christmas that I still haven't opened yet. And here he is, next to some DST or Diamond Select toys. Then, with some McFarlane toys. And here he is, standing next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And now, standing next to some NECA figures. And here he is, next to some Mezco 112 collective figures. Then, next to some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And here he is, next to some Mafex figures. Then, next to some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here he is, next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. And finally, next to some Jazwares Fortnite figures. So overall, it's a cool figure, but it has many, many flaws. I'm a sucker for suited action figures, so this guy really caught my attention. And the color scheme, the white suit, the black mask, immediately made me think of Black Mask. Now, the negatives, well, he's damn near useless when he's like this. No shoulder or elbow articulation, my god. The only way to have that is to have him shirtless. And if he's shirtless, he's useless in my action figure collection. In addition to that, the fact that you can see his chest right now definitely bothers me. I wish he looked like he'd looked at the front of the package with the black shirt and the white tie. That would be fantastic. That being said, still happy to have this guy. Happy to have 2 of them and to have added 2 Blackman henchmen to my collection. For my specific purposes, he's very useful. If I were to rate this guy, probably gonna give him a 5 out of 10. Just the arms, the chest. It doesn't ruin the figure, but it damn sure comes close. From my specific point of view, that is. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add it in the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.